It's the best of, that's the bias. You need the earful, you should try us. From pop culture to the movies to unite us. It's the best of, that's the bias. Your best of bias. Yeah, it's the best of bias. I have to ask. This question's been out there, and I'm tired. I don't know if these 2023 girls is just trolling. I don't know if they just trying to get a reaction and go viral. But first date, no Cheesecake Factory, and a list of 28 other places that girls don't want to be taken on first dates. Let me read this list of 28 places to you, and let me know how you feel about being taken on these places for a first date. So starting with number one, Cheesecake Factory. Number two, Applebee's. Number three, Chili's. Number four, Chipotle. Number five, Olive Garden. Six, the movies. Number seven, your house. Number eight, any fast food chain. Number nine, Buffalo Wild Wings. Number 10, Wingstop. Number 11, Red Lobster. So let me just stop right there. All right. This eliminates a lot. So what about if you don't have a lot of money and you're just trying to do a little something, something? What if you're in like high school and you're trying to get out and do a little something, take this little hottie, you know what I'm saying? You got the courage to ask them on a first date. Let's go to the movies. Let's go to Chipotle on our lunch and just go out there and hang out and then come back to school. I'll buy you Chipotle. You know what I'm saying? This is my first, you know what I'm saying? What about cheese? First of all, for Cheesecake Factory to be number one, I'm let you step in here. I'm just talking. Go ahead. How do you feel
I
about
mean,
this list so far?
I feel like one, Cheesecake Factory is probably the easiest way to go on a first date because they got a little bit of everything.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
somebody saying no, I like, in my opinion at least, I feel like it's a little like too much for you to say like you can't take me to A, B, C, or D. I feel like be glad they take you outside. They could hide you inside and you could be legitimately a whole sneaky link. Be glad they're taking you outside at this point.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
I feel like nowadays, a lot of women, because of what they see on social media and things like that, they believe that they need to go get wine and dine or be at the most expensive place and things like that. But like for you to say you have to take me to like say a place that's gonna cost you $200 at least or whatever, I feel
Yeah.
like that means that you're not actually interested in that man because you know their financial situation. What if they can't afford to take you to those type of places, but they want to take you somewhere else? And realistically, cheesecake with some drinks comes out to like over $100. You know what I mean? So like, what if somebody don't have it like that? For you to sit there and tell somebody you have to have this, or that to be able to take me out means that, in my opinion, one, you think too highly of yourself
Yeah.
because you'll eat cheesecake by yourself, and with your
Hell
girl,
yeah.
so
Hell
what
yeah.
you won't let them take you out to fast food like In and Out or something. You buy In and Out on your own, so what it matter? At the end of the day, it's more so saying that you, in my opinion, you don't like that dude and you're just trying to get a free meal. And realistically, for me, even when I've been asked out on dates, even if they are fancy places or not fancy places, if I'm not interested, I say no.
Exactly.
Because if I wanted it, buy it myself. I'll take care of it myself. I'll take myself out to eat. It's not that serious. It's more screaming broke bitch to me than it's screaming anything else, to be honest. And like you're just trying to get a free meal out of somebody, which is wrong.
And also, fellas, don't take this lightly and just think you can just take girls anywhere and disrespect the grace they're giving you of going on that first date in the first place. So you do want to represent yourself well. We're just saying that when it comes down to you not being able to afford these places and you're not able to take, the girl or guy, whoever, on this upscale first date, it's just girls, some of this shit is nuts. I understand some of the stuff in the middle, like it's Chipotle, you don't really necessarily want to go on the first date. If you're in high school, like I said, yeah, maybe. Unless it's a fly ass Chipotle at like some kind of dope ass area that you guys go for some reason. I don't know. And you want to save money. You guys don't want to spend money inside of Disneyland or something. So y'all go to Chipotle and just eat something real quick before we you know what I'm saying? A little something, something. Let me continue this list and say some more of these real quick. Red Lobster at number 11, 12, a buffet, 13, IHOP, I get it. 14, Denny's, I get it. The gym, I don't know. Some people that are into the gym, hella like that, would love a date to go to the gym. You know what I'm saying?
First date at the gym because then at least I know you're not lazy and you're not just not doing nothing. Like I want to see what you're working with. If you're talking all this about going to the gym, I want to see how that rocks out. So I don't mind that necessarily. I mean, given like taking me to McDonald's or Burger King as a first date at my big old age, I may be like, what's happening? But even if I mean, I get the first date at somebody's house also, to be honest, because that just means you're looking for one thing, one way or another. Like you said, IHOP, I get that as well. But I mean, the
And
other thing,
sometimes the best marriage stories can start with a drunk story at IHOP. You know what I'm saying? Met her at the club. We went to IHOP, ate there. We were both drunk. The only thing open. Had the best time of our lives. We ended up married for 20 years. You know what I'm saying? Some shit like that could pop off. You got to use your mind, ladies. Be romantic nowadays. Don't use all the ideas given to you on the television and be like, I want that. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of expand your horizons. You don't have to go to the Roof Chris of the world just like everybody else goes to. You ain't gotta have Benihana's just because everybody's telling you that the Benihana's plates is good. Just because the chefs is throwing shit in your mouth. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta. Anyways, let me continue this list. Let's see where I was at. Gym was 15, 16 the church, 17 Starbucks, 18 coffee dates are kind of the same, 19 ice cream dates, 20 family functions, 21 movie nights, 22 somewhere that requires a long drive. 23. So towards the bottom, they kind of just ran out of things to say, so I started saying anything. Uh 23 bowling. Bowling is fun. 24
well,
nightclubs. Nightclubs is cool. Hookah bar, I don't think that's that bad. Sporting events, I think those are good. You know,
I think
Waffle House is, yeah, Waffle House is crazy. A bar for just drinks. I don't know, that could be fun as well. You know, that seems like the ideal first day. A lot of people do that. But anyways, overall, I think we're at a consensus here that these 2023 girls is tripping. I don't know if you fit the mold of these 2023 girls in that mind state, but I've been seeing a lot of videos out here. Have you seen the ones about how much you think your man should make a year for you to have to date him? Have you seen those kind of shits? And people are saying $100,000. They should make $1,000.
I
Yeah,
have seen those like 1,000 a day type thing or
like what
whatever.
the?
Like if you are dating in that tax bracket, by all means, you know what I mean? Do you, if that's the tax bracket you live in, things like that. I mean, I don't think that, in my opinion, this might not be popular belief, but I don't believe that there's an actual tax bracket you should say that somebody needs to make to date you. Because
Yeah,
at that point, like, you sounding a bit extra. Like, given I don't want somebody that is like borrowing money from me constantly. Don't get me wrong. All my only like real requirement is that you're able to take care of your own bills and take care of yourself.
mhm.
I don't need you, if we're dating, I don't need to you to be able to make a certain amount to take me out or take me on trips and stuff like that. If I want to do that, I'll take myself out.
Right.
But you do need to be able to handle yourself. That's my requirement. Whether whatever tax bracket that might be, if you can pay like your own rent, your own bills, your own stuff, then by all means, like then it's cool. But if it's a situation where like you need my help constantly, I'm paying for your stuff constantly, or like you want to go out 24/7, but you ain't got no funds and I'm the one paying for it, then it becomes a problem.
Yeah,
Other than that, what somebody makes doesn't, to me at least, don't really mean nothing.
yeah.
Uh, I think maybe the older you get, the less that stuff matters. Like,
Yeah, me personally, who goes out around telling people how much they make a year anyways? Personally, I feel like if you're able to provide for that person, able to make them laugh, feel good, this also make them feel secure, whether that be monetarily or just be protection, security, warmth as well. I feel like that's all that matters. I don't know. I just feel like these numbers that these girls, maybe guys think this way too. Um, by how much money somebody makes, what does that mean? It doesn't mean the person's gonna take care of you. That person can be the fucking scumbag and you're just dating them because they make a lot of money. And what is the money going to do? Just buy you things? Does the material things make you happy? A
I
lifestyle you
mean,
want to portray?
I mean, I feel like it's the same thing where like whether it's a guy or a girl, but they feel like their significant other like needs to be like in drip down in designer all the time and this and
Mm.
that. Somebody could be dripped down in that and still be broke.
Yeah, of
Like,
course. That's the
like
fucking biggest trick in the world. Oldest trick in the book too.
exactly. So I don't really believe that there. I feel like anybody that sits there and says you need to make X, Y, and Z or I can't date you is extremely superficial
Absolutely.
because even if I were dating somebody for a year or a couple years, I'm not asking what your net worth is. I'm not asking what your income level.
Yeah, that's
I'm
just
not
wild.
yeah, like I'm not looking at none of that. Like even if you're married, 100%, you need to know how much that your counterpart is making. But other than that, like checking on how much somebody makes while you're just dating is quite weird to me. I don't think I've ever dated somebody and be like,
How
what's
much
your
you
pay a year? What is it? Run it this way. Like I can't even like fathom being like that or having the audacity
right.
to ask that question.
Let me see your last year's W-2 type shit.
It's the best of bias. You need the earful, you should try us. From pop culture to the movies to Unitas. It's the best of bias. The best of bias. Yeah.